Exit 23 on Route 70. Going down the ramp, and I'm about to stop at a red light once again. And it's going to become a green light. However, before I stop the video and start another one, let me tell you about the last video I just uploaded about Azusa Street. That's a good idea. It's one of the primary subjects that we learn about in seminary, especially in Pentecostal seminary, of the revival in 1904 in California. That's why I say that Pentecostalism is the only American denomination. Why? Because it began in America from the Quakers. What do we remember about the Quakers? Is that they shake like this, they quake like this. Who else do you see quaking like this? Pentecostals. Now make that connection to American history in the 20th century that we skipped what? The Gilded Age all the way to World War I. What happens between the Gilded Age and World War I? Pentecostalism. We call it the Great Awakening, but we don't know exactly what it is. First we thought about the Great Disappointment, right? Quote unquote, in 1844. I don't know what was so disappointing about 1844, right? In that period of Reconstruction when the slaves were being freed from the Confederacy after the Civil War, right? Where people were waiting for what? Emancipation, right? And so they're raptured. Christ pours himself out, dispenses onto us a public rapture. It wasn't a secret rapture. It was a public rapture in which people were literally freed from the bondage of slavery. Right? The slaves were freed, and then initiates in 1904 William Seymour. Right? The entire black church is revived here in America. Now, when you think Pentecostalism, sometimes you think televangelism, which is good, but do you ever think black church? I mean, recently there's been more traffic to understand the black church on the internet as of recently, with their upbeat worship services that go on and on and on, starts at 9 a.m. and doesn't finish. Right? Eventually, because you can leave whenever you want, but the servants, they stay there all day, all week, 24/7. Some servants even live there in the church. You decide when you come in, and then you leave with the Spirit. You have to leave with the Spirit and go and evangelize, or go eat breakfast or lunch or brunch or dinner or something like that. You have a cookout or a barbecue at home, at church, and program from there. It's called Pentecostalism. The revival doesn't stop. It's revivalism. It doesn't stop. Or else what? There's no revival, because it dies down. Either way, it's healthiest to really hone in on the American tradition if we are really to understand Christianity as a whole.